Good morning, Cody. Good morning. Cody, were you a really bad boy last night? Were you playing around on the side of the litter box? And did you flip it over and spill litter everywhere? And make your mom get up in the middle of the night to clean up litter? Was that you? It wasn't you? Hey guys, happy WIP Wednesday and welcome to day 23 of Vlogust. So I got up early this morning and I decided that I wanted to work on my really bright neon granny square blanket. My camera cannot focus on this. It makes the colors look like so weird, but they're super bright in person, but I don't know, I can't get the camera to actually show the colors. But yeah, so I'm loving how this blanket is turning out. Oh, we got a visitor. Hello, Marcus. Do you like my blanket? He's a cutie. Oh, you are. Oh, he's coming over to groom on my blanket. That's so nice of you, Marcus. Yeah, so I'm loving how this is turning out, and it's becoming a pretty decent size. Like normally the blankets that I make are usually like lapgan size, so usually at this point I'd be thinking about finishing up, but I want to keep going. And my plan originally was, because when I started this off I had like 10 of the variegated across, and my idea was to do 10 variegated, 5 of the pink, and then do 10 of the variegated again and 5 pink. But honestly, looking at it, I'm starting to wonder, should I do 10 pink now? Because this color I love. Like in person it's so bright, it's like neon colors. And I'm kind of wondering, do you think it would look better if I went back to doing 10 for this pink and then finish it off with 5 of the variegated? I don't know. Or do you think it would look better if I kept with my original pattern and just did 5 pink and then switch right back to the variegated? So I don't know. I'm going to keep going with it and see how I think it looks. So I've been working on my blanket a while, and I'm to my very last full skein of pink. So I have one more of these that's like been used out of. It's just a little bit left. And this morning I was really wondering, like, my original plan was to just do one more round of the pink and then switch back to this color, but when I spread out my blanket I thought it would look a lot better if it had more pink. So I decided, I think I'm actually going to try to get 10 rows of pink now, and then I'll switch back to the variegated and then I'll be ending it. And I do need to weave in all my ends. I haven't done that yet, but I'll do that soon. So I hope everyone's having a great day. I spent quite a while working on this blanket, and I'm surprised I didn't get that far. I guess now that the blanket's just getting bigger, that it is taking me so much longer to actually get through each of the rounds. But I'm having fun with it. I got to relax in my beanbag, watch some yarn tube, and just had some tea, and just relaxed and crocheted a while this morning, and it was just so nice. So I have not finished a project in a really long time, and I've just realized that. And I was trying to think, what was the very last project that I finished? And I think I have not finished anything since I finished my pie. So I really, oops, dropped my yarn. I really got to get back into the mood of actually finishing things. So I kind of in my head, I set myself a goal that for this blanket, I want to finish it by Friday. So it'll be Friday's finished object. I don't know if I'm actually going to get there. When I started this morning, I was like, yeah, I can do that. I'll just spend a lot of time today crocheting on it. But it's taken me so long to get through each of these rounds that I don't know if I'm actually going to do that. But I'm going to leave that for my goal. Really, I just keep dropping this. Maybe I should pull out some more yarn and that won't happen as much. Yeah, so we'll see how far. My goal is to try to finish this by Friday. and I'll check in with you guys and see how far I actually get. So I was watching a lot of YarnTube this morning, and one of the things that I watched was Crystal from Bag O Day was reviewing some hooks. And I think it was her very first hook review because she has just a certain hook that she uses. And I've always heard her say that, but I guess I never quite like heard like what the name of the hook was. I just knew it was an aluminum hook. But today I heard her say that, you know, her favorite hook is the Hero hook. And it's a vintage hook that's no longer made. So that kind of just got me interested in going through my collection of hooks to see if I actually have one of those. So I'm gonna set this aside for a sec. Okay, alright, I'll actually move it, I guess. Oh, and before I forget, speaking of hooks, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this on camera, but my hook is covered in little bite marks because Marcus found it and decided he wanted to chew on it. Not happy with him. Alright, so these are my aluminum crochet hooks, and this is the crochet hooks that I've always used. These are actually my grandma's hooks. Recently I did pick up a set of clovers just to kind of see how they are, but I was going through these hooks and I was wondering because, you know, Crystal kept saying that her favorite hook, that the best hook that she's ever used is a Hero hook. So I went through all of mine and I pulled out all the ones that were Hero hooks, and I actually found that I have 4. So I have one that's a J. I have 2 that are I's, and one that's a K. So an I, 2 J's, sorry, a J, 2 I's, and a K. So I'm really excited to see what these are like because I don't think I've ever actually used these. So all of these crochet hooks, they belong to my grandma. You know, she was a huge crocheter, and these are the hooks that she used, so I just continue to use them. I love them. But I think the next project that I start, I really want to use one of these hooks to see how they are. My favorite hook size is a size G or an H. So I was hoping that I would have a G or an H because those are my favorites, but I didn't. So yeah, so I'll use one of these and just see what it's like. And it also got me to thinking, since these are all, I had them all spread out like with the different sizes kind of, but I just put these here with these really tiny, like this. I can't imagine crocheting with something like this. Like, that is just tiny. I think that might be a fun challenge one day to actually crochet something with some crochet thread, because I did pick up some crochet thread from the thrift store a while ago. It was so cheap, and I was like, I don't have anything to do with it, but it was just such a great deal that I couldn't leave it there. So that might be a fun challenge one day. I can try to use one of these unbelievably tiny little hooks. But I just put my Hero hooks in here, you know, just to have them. But I was kind of curious. I did want to kind of go through and kind of just look up some of the different companies of some of these, because I don't know them. Like this one, it says Oxmoor House, and it says it's 14K gold plated. It doesn't have a size on it. So I'm curious just to learn a little bit more about the history of these hooks. You know, a lot of them are, you know, the standard brand, a lot of Susan Bates, a lot of Boy. But there's a few in here that I just don't know much about. And some of them have like the prices on them, and they're like 25 cents, 10 cents each. So I'm really curious to see like how old, you know, some of these are. And some of them, like this one, they just have the size. It says, you know, made in the USA, size 8 or H, but there's no actual brand on it. This is actually one of the hooks that I used to grab a lot too. Yeah, so I'm probably going to do that soon. I kind of just want to, I guess, learn a little bit about my hooks, since I knew that they were old, but I just never considered them, you know, to be vintage. So I really just want to kind of figure out how old these actually are. I think this one looks kind of interesting. So it's USA made. It says G or 6 or 4¼ millimeters. No brand on it. Oh, here's a brand. So this one, sorry about all the noise of the crochet hooks putting them back in. Yeah, so this one, I can't quite read what it says. I think it might say gem, it looks like. And USA, size I, and it was 20 cents. So I kind of just want to spend some time and look these up. So it's going to be a pretty quick Vlogust for me. I wanted to just check in, show you guys my blanket, and then show you my crochet needle, my crochet hooks, because these were, you know, my grandma's, and it always feels really good to use these, because, you know, it's what she used, so it's just really nice to have these. And when she had them, she just had them like in a cup, like in ceramic cups, but I like to have them in a case because, you know, the cats knock everything over. So this is just a case that I picked up from the 99-cent store. Sorry about that sound, it's probably super loud. And then I just used my Cricut and cut out some vinyl. I wanted to spell out crochet, but I didn't have enough blocks, so I just put yarn crafts on it. Yeah, so that's going to be it for me today. Just wanted to check in with you guys, show you what I'm working on, show you my crochet hooks, and that's going to be it. So I am going to spend some time working on my blanket because I do want to try to finish it by this Friday. So I'm going to check in and let you guys know how far I've gotten. But I will see you guys tomorrow. I love you all, and I hope you have a great, great day. Bye, guys.